Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the patch 7.1 preliminary patch notes. Oh, that's always a mouthful every time, even after all these years. I apologize if I struggle a bit here at the beginning. I woke up like 30 minutes ago, and my coffee has not kicked in yet. I got a bagel and peanut butter waiting for me before this recording, but I'm like, if I do it before the recording, then my mouth's going to be stuck together for the entire thing. So, preliminary notes. These ones are always a little bit so-so, only because we don't have job balance stuff in preliminary notes. You know, everybody always looks for it, but everybody always forgets. Like, oh, wait, are these the ones where we get it? No, yeah, these are the ones where we don't get any of the job changes. So this is going to have any quality of life, any random surprises, and kind of just the meat and potatoes of the main 7.1 patch. I don't know if they'll include stuff that's going to be like 0.15. In fact, it even has the warning right here, you know, additional features, futures rewritten, custom deliveries, further Hildebrand, Cloud of Darkness Chaotic, and additional role quests. These are all in those various patches. So we knew that. Watching Meki as well. So there's your reminder right here of when everything else is. I feel like people miss this. People often go, wait, when is that thing? It says it right here at the start of the patch notes. Stop scrolling down before reading it. All right, let's get started, however. Starting with quest, new main scenario. These are just going to be the images from the special site, as well as the starting point, which is at Bal Waruk in Tuliolal. That's not where I'll be starting. I'll be starting at the Wandering Minstrel. I know that for a fact. And then a slew of question marks. When a new main scenario quest is available in the vicinity, its position will now be indicated on the minimap. That's kind of nice because sometimes there's quests where you're not immediately given the next quest, or it's like an NPC over. And I've seen people like forget to pick up the main scenario quest and be like, wait, where is it? So it's kind of nice just to have this in case you ever forgot it at any point. As long as it's in the vicinity. It also means when people log back in, you can realistically take the logical stance of, oh, I'm in Dawntrail. Where's the MSQ going to start? Probably Tuliolal. And then you can find it without having to look at the patch notes. Chronicles of New Era. We have Echoes of Vanadil. Of course, we have another shot of Juno as well. Hey! So she isn't. So a lot of people they did this on purpose. Okay. So people have been saying that she's probably in a combat mode when she's got her giant fists and her other outfit and everything. So I've been subscribing to that theory as well, that's just like a combat mode just to make sense in Final, because in Final Fantasy XI she doesn't have anything like that. She just literally is, you know, girl in this bliard with her bare hands, like that's all she is. And it looks like they are going to be going with that. So seeing Prish with the original model here, even though we've never seen her in game, only the artwork has had her original model. This is her with her OG model, and it looks great. So I'm looking forward to having Prish around. I'm really excited to see what they'll do with her, because she is a very rambunctious type. So I expect that even outside of her combat mode, she'll be, you know, a little punchy while she's looking like this. It's going to be starting at the Hubigu Messenger in Tuliolal. So another Tuliolal quest, nice and easy. And then, oh yeah, that's right, dude. I already forgot about the Pandemonium epilogue. Still think that this is going to have to do with what's it called? The heart. Because I don't see any other reason why. Like, I don't think we should have ever given them that rock in the first place. I don't know why we would have ever left them with it in the first place. So I would like to collect that, please, from the Affable Researcher. Affable Researcher probably take us to the rest of it in Old Charlian. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to having an epilogue to Pandemonium right now. Although I will say, I feel like they could have done this in 0.5, like previous expansion. So Heart of Sabik is going to be hopefully handled, or they're setting up for something else. You never know. Pelu Pelu Allied Society, looking forward to getting this as a reward, because we already know it's literally on the special site that the dance is going to be a reward. Pelu Pelu Base of Operations has been at the dock. Is it at the top? Wait. It's over. Oh, okay. They're putting it over there. Oh, yeah. So I thought for some reason that this was over here. Like when I saw this, I forgot there's also this section. Man, you can tell how little I've been to this map to the east. That's why I was originally looking here, and then I saw the circle bit here. Yeah, I forgot that that's what that Camp Evil looks like. I've been there like I've been on that side of the map like once. So I forgot that there was even like the docks over on the side, which makes sense because that's how you end up going into the dungeon, if I recall. Although actually you go through the dungeon back in town, but you go like, I guess you technically go through that river that's right there, and then you go into where the dungeon area is. So yeah, okay. I was wondering where that was. Yeah, because I saw this picture and I thought this was the top of the waterfall for some reason. Because that's just, I don't know, I just looked out to the side here and thought that's what that was. Allied Society, yeah, and then the rest of this is just, you know, are comprised of main quests, which start the trials, and daily quests, which myriad requests and issues, yeah. So that's going to start the Blue-Garbed Pelu in, once again, Tuliyola, and going to have a handful of quests. Looking forward. They said this one would be lighthearted, which I think is more so the vibe we were expecting from Dawn Trail in general. Quest syncing, just another thing that we've had for a few expansions now. The quests all sync to your level. The currency itself from doing the daily quest, which you'll spend on the vendor. Let's see. The option to hide players will no longer hide friends by default. Okay. When hiding nearby players, when the hide nearby players are close to quest NPC setting is enabled, interacting with non-quest NPCs or objects will no longer cause the players to reappear. All right. Yeah, that's a nice little quality of life. I hadn't even thought of either of those things, but that's good. Let's see. Quests have been... the following adjustments have been made to quest completion. You're making adjustments to this after... Okay, the layout has been adjusted. The complete button is pressed without selecting a reward. A reward selection window will now be displayed. Oh, man. That's good. Okay. That's a good change. I've definitely done that a handful of times. Because realistically, sometimes it's like the base reward and options. Well, I mean, this all used to be one window, basically. And so you would get the base rewards popping up here, and right next to it would be the optional rewards, and sometimes they were optional, sometimes weren't. Like, sometimes I'd have to click complete to realize I was looking at optional rewards, and new players definitely get confused by that too. So this is basically just streamlining it. So I approve. You know, no reason not to approve, realistically. Up to 10 duties can be displayed simultaneously in the duty list. They told us about this, and I was just like, okay. I guess. That's way too much screen real estate for me, but if you say so. Icons in the duty list can now be selected to perform emotes or open the crafting log in quests from the 6.55 patch series and earlier. Oh, they're just... You know, I forgot they had to retroactively do that. For some reason in my brain, it was just always like that. Okay, good. Certain quests may not support this feature. When using a controller, the cursor will no longer remain on the duty list after selecting an icon. All right, quick little quality of life. Carrying out tradecraft leaves, icons in the duty list can now be selected to open the crafting log. Nice. All right, all good stuff. When accessing the map from the journal or duty list, the icon of the selected quest will now be prioritized over other icons on the map. Again, it's another solid quality of life. Definitely a feedback-driven one, or probably should have been a feedback-driven one. As an exception, Aetheryte icons will be prioritized over quest icons. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. New chapters have been added to New Game Plus. This is just Dawn Trail, the role quests, Viper quest, Pictomancer quest, yep, and Pandemonium's epilogue added to it as well. That's no surprise. Duty tab of the Unending Journey will now be categorized by expansions. Oh, thank God. I hate the duty tab in the Unending Journey. So I regularly go back to the Unending Journey for like a screenshot for a thumbnail, or sometimes just to rewatch something to see if I can, just to see if I like missed something. Like, I don't know. I've done it for a handful of reasons. And I hate the duty tab. I hate it. It's just, I just scrolling through everything. It doesn't take that long, but it's just clunky. New items are available for bicolor gemstones. We expect this. I don't know if it's going to be anything fantastic. It's specifically notice it's 5, 6, and... Oh, well, that's just because that's not base game. But I wonder if they're adding anything to the earlier ones, or if that's just because they're separating it from base game and, you know, owning Dawn Trail. Probably just owning Dawn Trail. But yeah, we expect some things to get added throughout the rest of the expansion. Whether or not they'll be of any interest, of any use, I expect mostly cards and other things to be added. It may be material. It's probably music. Music's a big one. Yeah. So nothing crazy, but hey, if you want the rewards, they're there. Adjusting the rewards for map stuff. They do this pretty much every patch, so no surprise. Grand Company, Subaquatic Voyages. Yeah, the pretty standard one. More submersible ranks and all that. Interior design of an estate can now be changed. Yes, this is the one that allows you to change it not only between all of the different types of interiors that we currently have, but also the new minimalist style, which doesn't have the pillars and looks pretty nice. I'm a big fan of the minimalist style. So, and then they're just showing how it works right here. They must have furnishing authorization. In addition to new interior designs, you may also choose a design originating from any housing area, like I just said. You're free to change your estates as many times as you like. All furnishings will automatically be placed in the storeroom when you do so, just in line with what they told us before. New furnishing design contest winners from 2019 and 2022. I'm not much of a housing guy, but hey, I know that people like to have all the new options here. This is a really nice, I like this. This is a nice looking little section of the house right here. This is a nice little section right here. Look at this little pillow right here. Look at the little Shiba Inu right here. You know, it's just chilling. Wait, that's not the Shiba. That's the fox. Wait, is that the fox? Oh, that is the fox. Yes, that is the fox. Is that going to be one of the Fox Hollows rewards? Am I going to sell those? Are we going to have housing items? Now that's a party room. Yo, can we get an interactable rock climbing wall? And interactable darts? Get actual darts mini games? That'd be fun. Is that a new... Oh, no, I thought that was a new stable for a second. No, that's not. Yeah, can we get functional? We need functional pool. We need functional rock climbing, functional darts, and of course, functional WWE. I like the idea of there just being a mini WWE ring and then this couch that's not perfectly in line with it. Mad. Oh boy, classroom. That's exciting. I like that one of them just has they just did the chair slightly off. This well, I guess Aaronville showed up to class at the very least, you know. And then what is this, a science lab? Is those sinks? Yeah, I think it is. And that is a spooky looking tree. Spooky looking tree. New Orchestration roles have been added. Location of duty names previously omitted to prevent spoilers will now be displayed. Okay. New aquarium fish, new paintings. Of course, new seeds for flower pots, a feature I continually forget exists until patch notes. I read the patch note, see the flower plant, the flower pot thing, remember it exists. As soon as I scroll down, it's gone again. What did I just talk about? It's gone. New prizes for MGP. We're assuming those new joke weapons like the cutlery and everything, will be MGP. We don't know that for sure yet, but worth expecting. New cards have been added. It's great. Love that. Love the Mika card. Love it. Thank you. New opponents and regional rules now apply to matches in Mare Lamentorum. The character voices being added to the Doman Mahjong. They had a preview of this on the special site as well. To acquire them, probably also MGP. These items can be acquired after completing the side quest. Every little thing she does is Mahjong, and the main scenario quest Heavensward. So by speaking with Dubourdier in the Gold Saucer and then exchanging MGP. So yeah, I mean, we knew these would cost MGP as well. And then you'll get more character voices available to buy with MGP as you progress through the story. Then you go to your Mahjong tab and you can choose the voice who is going to be cheering you on. A help button has been added to the Mahjong tab of the Gold Saucer menu for easy access to the rules of this Doman pastime. Good, because not everyone understands Mahjong. A new section covering character voices has been added. Miscellaneous, we have duty support now for Halatali, and they have reworked the dungeon as well. Uwata Field Station has been added. Duties that will be supported in future updates will now be displayed in the duty support window. Wait, duties that will be supported in future updates will now be displayed in the duty support in future updates? So are you saying like, wait, it's just dungeons that we don't have. So is that, I guess that's a preview for like what's coming after Halatali. It's just weird to me to even do that. Like, I guess it's easier for them since they already know what dungeons they're going to add to just put them in the list now so they don't have to do it again later. I guess that's fine. It's just going to be weird to have an upcoming section that's like, here's Cutter's Cry. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, that's exciting, great. But I'm sure it's probably easier to just do it now since they already have it planned out. The following additions and adjustments have been made to Wondrous Tales. Prizes for the commendations have been adjusted. Positions of Chloe's Silver Certificate of Commendation ×3 and Gold Certificate have been switched in the 3 lines list. Wait, as a result... Oh, okay. So now even if you're not max level, if you do Wondrous Tales, you can get... Okay. Yeah, that's a good change. It's never made sense to me that the Gold Cert was specifically something you got for doing a level 100 Wondrous Tale. In fact, somebody asked me about this. I think like a few months ago before Dawn Trail came out. Like, why is it that when you're not max level? And I was surprised because I didn't even know that. at that point. Like, I kind of got it, but it also didn't make any sense. So yeah, 60 to 99 can now also get a gold cert. Following duties have been added. You know, of course, M1 and M2 is one category, and M3 and M4, I thought they would all be one category, but here they are 2 categories separately. Following raids have been grouped together as a series, yeah. But see, yeah, they're literally like undoing it. See, I guess it's like a retroactive thing, because now Asphodelos, Abyssos, and Anabasios are now their own categories of 1st through 4th, 5th through 8th, and 9th through 12th. I don't even understand. This to me seems like a waste. You should just make this 1 through 4 when you introduce it. Come on. Following changes have been made to objectives that require completion of dungeons of specific level ranges. Oh, thank Christ. Oh my God, thank you. Oh, this is, I hated having so many different level ranges here. So many different level ranges. Thank you, God. Almost makes me want to do Wondrous Tales. Not really, but you know. Following additions and adjustments have been made to the Fox Hollows. It's now Byakko. You know, I should have seen this coming. They've pretty much done this with all the new inclusions. I mean, our very first Unreal mount was a horse of the exact same kind, pretty much. But really? Like, I don't know, dude. I don't like when they do the extreme trial mount reskins for Unreal. Like, it makes total sense. But, like, I don't like it because it's just, like, it's so easy to get mounts that look very similar to it. Like, you could go solo Byakko if you're like a tank. You could solo Suzaki. You could solo Seiryu. You could solo pretty much all of Stormblood except for Susanoo, and even he's going to be doable soon. Probably in 7.2 by like a really high DPS job like Pictomancer. Well, I guess we'll have to see after the job changes, but you never know. But still, like, yeah, I don't care for this. People will still buy it for their collection. I'll still sell it, but I bet the other older mounts that are unique are gonna sell for more. So I've got my leaves tucked away. I'm good. Oh yeah, great. Oh my God, you can record 4 whole duties now. Oh my God, and Thalia is still one of them. Why is it Thalia? What? So wait. Why is it Thalia still? Warcore Lador still. No more Zoral Ja. We don't like that guy anymore. But now it's Interphos and M4S. I'm sad every patch. I'm so sad. And no, Susanoo Normal is soloable. Susanoo Extreme is close to being soloable. You gotta remember, we're talking Extreme. Nobody cares about normal mode solos. It's always about Extreme mode solos. Show on map subcommand has been added to the sightseeing log to allow players to review the locations of That's smart. That's smart. That's very smart. Hairstyle inspired by the design contest for 2023. Okay, I'd like to remind everyone of this. I don't have the esthetician unlocked. So, hairstyles are a tough sell for me. New hairstyle options added for Vieira. That's fine. Fine. New hairstyle options added for Rothgar. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Enjoy. New emotes have been added. Shaker emote. Nice. Nice. Sly's been asking for the Shaker emote for a while now. Yep. So that's gonna be his highlight. I already know that's his highlight for State of the Realm today. Only the following emotes can be used while sitting on the ground. Ooh, wow. They added a whole lot of emotes for sitting. Really, I mean, this is nice for screenshots and everything in general, but for role players especially, being able to sit and express themselves is definitely a big up. So that's cool. Dude, sitting down and being able to fist bump and toast, that's good. That's good. Motion of the following emote has been adjusted when sitting on the ground. Only your character's upper body will move. Greetings. Sitting on the ground, thumbs up. Oh, man. Job HUD explanations for Black Mage and Viper have been updated. Well, I'd assume that's an important detail about the job changes they haven't told us about. Maybe they just think it could be done more clearly. Viper, we know Viper probably didn't see any changes. Viper's description was just bad to begin with. But why Black Mages? I never felt like Black Mages needed something different. Because we know Black Mage has 2 ley lines now. And we know that they have an instant cast to spare. Those are like the things we know for certain. At least based on what Yoshi P did. So, new dungeon, Yuiwata Field Station has been added. Minimum item level 690. Nice. Requirements, MSQ, of course, just somewhere in it. Drop rate for minions from Katisis, Aitai, and Dead Ends. Man, them bird farmers be real mad right now, huh? them bird farmers, them troll farmers too. I wonder what it's like right now. I wonder what the drop rate actually is now. Spheen's Burden has been added. I'm sorry, this is spelled incorrectly. It's supposed to be Spheen's Burden. I just really like that exact line. I don't have the same issues everyone else has. I just really like that line. Stop my headset battery real quick too. Spheen's Burden. I'll be up bright and early doing this. Minimum item level of 710. That is very much the norm for Extreme Trials. It's 15 item levels under what it's 15 item levels under what the weapon drop will be, and the weapon drop will be 725 as it, 15 item levels up. That's what it is. You'll just need to do Dawn Trail and then speak to the Wandering Minstrel and Tuliolo. And then you'll have the gear exchange. Byakko Unreal, 695. So reminder that 695. Wait, this is. I understand that this is just a typo. This is supposed to be the item level restriction, not item level requirement. It's just funny. Yeah, so you'll need at least 690, but realistically, you'll be capped at 695. For the entire expansion, mind you, unless they do anything different, Unreal is going to be capped at 695 the whole expansion. So, yeah, I really, really think they need to just leave Byakko in for the whole expansion, add them, and then rotate between them every week. All right, that's what I think they should do. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And other than that, it's just telling you where to unlock Fox Hollows. Weekly restriction on the lightweight division normal mode has been restricted. So yeah, just that Hollow Blade. I'm sorry, it's not the weekly restriction on the Hollow Blade. Sorry, it's the weekly restriction on the normal loot, but the Hollow Blade remains the same. You still have the weekly restriction on the Hollow Blade. And they reduced the Hollow Blade down from 7 to 4. Yeah, I don't do normal mode much past the first week or two, so I always have to kind of pull myself back when I start reading the section. Juno, the first walk, is being added. I really wonder if they're going with the Walk of Echoes approach here for Final Fantasy XI. Very curious. Average item level of 695 or above. Yeah, so generally, when you're looking for the item level requirement for 24-mans, look at what the highest item level available is from armor. So, 730, and then go minus 35. That's how you get the average item level. There's other ways to do it, but that's generally the way I've always calculated it. That's the break point that I use. Since I'll be in BIS, and it'll be 35 item levels below me. Requirements, the usual: 1 tank, 2 healer, 5 DPS. Make sure you have the side quest done from the Hubagoo Messenger that was mentioned earlier. And the reward structure is the same. Reward 1 item per week. In the event you're awarded an item from the loot list, you relinquish your right to vie for all remaining items, whether you selected Need or Greed. It's reset every week. Each party gets its own treasure chest. You also get the 2 cracked Nova clusters and 1 Ordell coin. Ordell coin is funny. So Ordell is, there's a cavern called Ordell's Cavern or Ordell's Cave in Final Fantasy XI. It's an interesting bit to use that for a coin here. It's a fairly lore-rich cavern, but it's more well known for a lot of botting and some very valuable items for some big name quests. The Brown Belt quest for Monk, as well as the Stroper Chime, which was the big thing that was botted down there for ages and ages. There's a few other things in there, but those are like the big ticket lore things that happen. It's very weird to use it for that. Let's see. Orchestrion rolls, tattered music sheet. Found in treasure chest can be exchanged with the peculiar goblin for a special Orchestrion roll related. Oh, so you just get Interesting. So you just bring the tattered sheet music and then exchange it for the different music. So I guess there's so many. So I'm predicting there's like 7 different songs. They could also be doing Ordell bronze pieces, which is a Dynamis thing, and there are Dynamis mobs in there too as well. So I predict there's probably about 7 different songs in there. We know we have the Dynamis theme for the very start for Juno, because it does look like they're kind of going for a Dynamis bit there, even if they are calling it the first walk, which is a Walk of Echoes thing, which is completely different. We have the battle theme, which we know is also the boss theme used in Eureka. I don't know if you can obtain a music sheet for the boss theme in Eureka, though. And then I'm expecting we'll have the Sanctuary of Jita. We'll probably have a different boss theme for Fafnir. They might use the same one again, but I wouldn't be surprised if they used a different one. Then we'll probably have the Romave music, and then we'll probably have the Xylart boss music for the Archangels, and then you'll probably have the Castles Evolve music, and then you'll have Awakening. So I predict we'll probably have quite a few. I guess what they're doing is this eliminates people's need to craft the music sheets, because they generally drop either the tattered sheets and then they have to be crafted, or they drop the sheets outright. But for this, it seems like they're just giving you the sheet, and then you can just pick the songs that you want. So you just have to roll on the sheets. So that's what it is. Interesting that they're going to do that. I expect there are quite a few songs. It might just be the volume of music that is the reason they're doing it. I also wonder if they could be including it for music that's not in the raid. Like, because we already expect to get some other music as well as part of the actual cutscene. So maybe that's another thing that... There could be a lot of songs available for that. I think, it's probably just easier to handle for the tokens. Item required to exchange equipment for Allegan Tomes of Heliometry, Searchlight Twine, and Searchlight Solvent can be purchased from the following vendors. Yeah, this is just allowing you to buy the upgrade materials from Raid. Now you can buy them with Sacks of Nuts or the, of course, Ordell coin. It's specifically the Twine and Solvent. The weapon upgrade will come later. But for now, Nuts and the Ordell coins from Juno will be where you can get some extra Twines and Solvents. Upgrading equipment. I mean, yeah, you should know how to upgrade equipment by now. Raid Finder has Spheens, Burden, and Byakko Unreal. And the Chaotic will be added to the Raid Finder in 7.15, a week after 7.15 specifically. Only the icon has been added in 7.1. The category is not in the game just yet. Following duties have been moved to the Duty Finder, Warcore Liqueur, Extreme, and Everkeep Extreme. Solvent in the weapon, Glaze. Oh, you're right. That is a typo. The Solvent shouldn't be here. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, this is a typo. The Solvent shouldn't be here. This is true. This is not the correct item. This is supposed to be the Glaze. But the Solvent will be added later. The options displayed when speaking with the Wandering Minstrel and Tuliolol to unlock duties have been adjusted. Okay. Players will now receive the power of Echo and some old stuff. Just the normal modes for the story trials for Dawn Trail, and then the extremes, Warcore and Everkeep Extreme. That's a very normal thing. My favorite expert roulette, the one with 4 dungeons, until we're disappointed the rest of the expansion when there's only 2. Please stop doing that. Please stop making two dungeon expert roulettes. Just keep something here. Just make it work. Please. Please. I just want more than 2 dungeons. I don't even do expert very much, but that's part of the reason why I don't. Is because I've been turned off of it for so long that it's only 2. But it's only 2. Oh man. Prior to average item level to register for Duty Roulette Expert has been increased from 670 to 690. Yeah, that's fine. Following additions and adjustments have been made to the Mentor Roulette. Juno and Yui Iwata are on it, and Mentor now requires 695. Sphinx Burden is in Stone Sky C. Adjustments have been made to... oh yeah, Halatali is going to have dungeon changes. Yeah, all the bosses in Halatali, we've already seen even in the patch trailer. We've seen the final boss be a little bit different. It's no surprise to this. Following additions and adjustments have been made to the Hall of the Night. Honestly, just doubling back, this needed to change. This was one of the dumbest bosses that we've ever had in a dungeon ever. It's just so... It's a trash mob that does nothing, and then it just... 90% of the arena is water, and you just don't stand in it, and you just kill elementals that while like sitting like a mile away while you wait for them to run it. It's so stupid. So probably the boss that needed the most changing. Hall of the Novice, the new Hall of the Novice. Oh boy, yo. People are about to be dead, man. People are about to fail this. I'm looking at this like, yeah, dude. People are failing this. Oh man, that's funny. They did say that the third version. So there's 3 new additions to Hall of the Novice with this Hall of the Intermediate, and they said the third one was actually going to be a little bit more challenging. So they were quote excited to see experienced players do it, and I could see why, because that'll be fun. Combat Guide has a brief overview of the new topics. You'll receive a ring that grants. So the new reward is a ring that increases experience up to level 60. That, I would say, is an adequate reward for people who are they're like, oh, what do we do to incentivize people? Give them a new EXP ring. So I'd like to point something out. That means that if you have both the rings from the original Hall of the Novice up to, I think it's 30 or 35. I think it's 30. Yeah, up to 30, technically 31. I know someone's going to hit me with the actually, it works at level 30. I know, I'm the one who tells people that all the time. And then this one, up to level 60, that means 1 to 30 is going to have a lot of bonus XP. And then 30 to 60, obviously, have bonus XP. But 1 to 30 is going to be cracked now with an extra ring. So really solid. I'll make sure to make a video about that and tell everyone, get this new EXP boosting ring up to 60. Yeah, and then Beastmaster XP. There we go. That's it. Yeah, that Frio trial buff is feeling dope. This is just telling you how to undergo the training exercises after completing the main scenario quest, Heart of Fire, at level 49. And then access them via the Hall of the Novice menu, and it just shows you that there's the new tactical training exercises. PvP. The timing with which certain PvP actions effects trigger have been changed. This is the hit detection change that they told us about, so it'll be on the physical hit and not on the activation of the skill. Series 7, I'm still so wild that this is the armor set that they chose for PvP. They're really going deep into the Solution 9 gear sets. They want to make sure we can be fully Solution 9'd out, because this they're gonna go ham with gear sets like this the entire expansion, I have a feeling. Not necessarily for PvP, but for like the game as a whole. 7.1 to 7.2 series, yeah, pretty much the same as the series have ever been. Still waiting on the past reward screen. Remember when you said that you were not going to use FOMO to encourage these and you're going to eventually include past sets? Yeah, we would like a little bit of a comment on that, because eventually means fucking eventually. And I feel like eventually is now. Time limit for overtime in Crystalline Conflict is now only 10 minutes. How often does overtime hit 15 minutes? I mean, I have seen some 11 and 12 minute matches, so I guess technically 10 minutes makes a lot more sense because it is actually closer to the time limit. Dude, a 30-minute Crystalline Conflict match, that's toxic. All right. Victory requirements for overtime have been changed. That's very important. The team with greater progress score at the end of overtime will be declared the winner. If both teams have equal progress scores, victory will be awarded to the team that moved the tactical crystal closest to the goal point. If both teams have equal progress scores and the tactical crystal remains at the center of the field, the match will end in a draw. Wait, so are you telling me that overtime can no longer end at the end of overtime? I think I wonder if both teams have equal progress scores. Is it implying that overtime is always 10 minutes? I feel like I'm misreading this. Because it says at the end of overtime declared the winner and then adds description. Unless it's like another condition. Interesting. I think this is only if it reaches 10 minutes. Because that would be nuts to have it the whole time. If both teams have equal progress score, a team with the greater progress score at the end of overtime. Yeah, I think it's just adding a victory condition for the end of overtime. Victory will be awarded to the team that moved the tactical crystal. Yeah, because this all reads as just stuff that deals with the end of overtime. But I'd hope you could still win it the old-fashioned way, because a full 10 minute of overtime would be insane. So, yeah. Once overtime has exceeded 5 minutes, the delay until rejoining combat has been increased from 1 to 3 seconds. They're really trying to make it not last an entire 10 minutes, huh? Okay. A system message will now be displayed when delay time increases. That's good. KO counter displayed during a match has been changed from counting KO since a player was last defeated to total KOs over the course of a match. Interesting. Although that's probably for the better. The KO counter can now be displayed after the screen fades to black when rejoining combat. The following additions and adjustments have been made to the progress gauge. The time remaining for overtime will now be displayed. That's very good. When adjusting the display of your affiliated team, these changes will now be immediately reflected in-game. All right, good. We know they made some adjustments to the actual maps themselves. They added some line of sight to this. You know, the thing that bothers me the most about this is the cloud in the back. It's not even like just the fact that the clouds aren't exactly the same between both images. Listen, I'm being stupid. Still, the trees slightly changing from the yeah, there's like some slight changes in the shadows and everything. I was like, listen, make it exactly the same. The placement of black chocobo feathers and pathing of twisters has been adjusted. That's because of the line of sight. We can assume that the twisters will just path around in a perfect like rectangle or square around the line of sight methods at this point, and not like randomly cut through. And the spawn locations of medicine kits have been adjusted, and air turbulence will now also spawn gale spheres. Players who touch gale spheres will be granted swift sprint. So they did add another mechanic. I was thinking they might change the way turbulence worked, but I didn't think they would do that. I figured they would make it easier to not effectively just be a guard check. Because although then again, the placement of black chocobo feathers could imply that they're trying to make it less of a guard check and more of a positioning check. We don't know exactly how that's going to be reflected. But this will be interesting to see how the little swift thing is done here. Following adjustments have been made to the red sands. Terrain has been adjusted. Sandpit locations have been reduced from 2 to 1. Okay, thank goodness for that. Sprint zones have been expanded. Yeah, I mean, we can see that. The sprint zones being expanded is pretty obvious. Spawn location of medicine kits have been adjusted. Potency of damage inflicted by heat waves has been reduced. Thank goodness. Potency of the healing effect granted after the Oasis has been reduced. Fair, because the Oasis is meant to just counter the heat waves. Duration of barrier granted by the Accutender has been reduced to 15 seconds. That's probably for the better as well. Okay, not really. The most important thing is probably the lanes just getting around the map faster. The other changes, like, yeah, the heat waves being less effective is also going to be somewhat of a boon. I don't really like the heat waves mechanic as a whole. I think the rest of it was fine, but the heat waves itself, I've never been a huge fan of on the red sands. But yeah, now you're going to be moving and schmoving. Following changes have been made to ranked matches to better facilitate matching. All ranked matches within each physical data center now be held in a single data center. Yeah, this is the thing where everyone has to go to, like, for example, on NA, everyone has to go to Primal. I think on EU, it was like everyone goes to Chaos. On OCE, everyone has one choice. And I don't remember JP's. In the event more than one character on the same service count, yeah, this for me is the biggest change right here. Now only the highest ranked character gets placements or counts for your placements. A lot of people who PvP tend to get like 2 or 3 characters ranked up and into the reward structure. And that means that out of the what was previously the 100, technically the same person just has multiple rewards across that across their account. And it's just like, I'd rather that not be something that was possible. I'd rather just take the highest rank. So that's a change that I think is a net positive. They are, however, going up to 300 now for Japan, North America, and Europe, but Oceania still only has 1 data center, so it makes sense. When using the home world transfer service to a different home world within the same physical data center, character tiers, risers, and rising stars will no longer be reset. Yeah, kind of. Well, I mean, it kind of has to be the case. It'd be really toxic if with this new system, they then also got rid of your rankings. Please note this character data will be reset when changing to a home world within another physical data center. Yeah, I mean, I still think that that's kind of lame. I feel like, will they fix this? I don't think so. I think they'd sooner want the cross data center queue. Meaning that like you could be on Ether and on Primal and queuing, and you'll all be queued into the same pool. We know they're working on that. In fact, they even said that they understand that this way of doing it is not the best way, that they should just have everyone queue in from their own data center, and that they are working on that technology now. And when they have it, we will have more news. The pre-season will end and season 12 will begin, of course, and then this is the logical data center for season 12. Following additions and adjustments have been made to quick chat, guard, and purify. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Guard, purify. I actually like these. Good match. That's funny. So good match is the toxic. Well, it's one of the way that one of the toxic spams people do whenever you're like losing, or like good match, good match, good match, good match. Like it's basically to just tell your allies they suck. My team is shit. So that's funny. They can only use it at the end of a match now. Let's be honest, people just spam something else. Just saying. But good match in particular, yeah, I get why it's there. Following adjustments have been made to the Hidden Gorge. All right. They did say we were going to be making adjustments to the PvP arenas, so I'm curious to see this. Following adjustments have been made. The fill rate of the limit gauge upon KOing an opponent has been reduced, so less limit gauge. Fill rate after an assist has been increased. Oh. So assists are now going to be very... So keep in mind, I think that I don't know if that equals them out, because I don't know the exact values, but all it's doing is just making it so that the limit gauge is less snowbally in Hidden Gorge. I don't understand why that needs to happen, but sure. They also increased the HP of all of the PvEVP elements. Don't care for that. I don't really care for the PvEVP elements of Hidden Gorge as it is. Following adjustments have been made to the Machina HP and actions. HP has been increased by 50,000. The cast times have been reduced, so they're more threatening now. And Spin Crusher, a little stronger on players, but a decent bit stronger when attacking other War Machina. So just adding a little bit more onus to the, or a little bit more power to all the Machina, specifically for Cruise Chaser, mind you, I should say. Oppressor has 100,000 more health as well, and Brute Justice has 75,000 more health. Flamethrower's a little faster, and Mega Beam hits a decent bit harder. That's 20,000 harder, all right. Attacking a player or a War Machina is just 80,000 now. Don't get hit by Mega Beam. Basically, yeah, just adding a lot more power to the Machina here. I wonder what the reason for that is. Because, like, I feel like, for me especially, I feel like this is the one change that didn't need to happen. I just don't think I just don't think that part of Hidden Gorge is valuable enough. I still just want Astrologos back, man. I don't want all this extra stuff. I understand for the wind-up Viking and Magus, it's to make it so they have a little bit more pushing power, which gives you more onus to get to the tower, which then gives you more reason to have the bots like be as strong as, like, these buffs make sense in retrospect of having the Magus and the Viking be buffed up. These though, I just don't care about. These specifically, I really don't care about adding more HP to, personally. It should make matches faster, yeah. It should make getting to the towers and killing the towers faster. I don't know. I still just, I don't know. I just don't care for all of Hidden Gorge's extra elements, the train and all, and the mercenary and all that. It's just like, eh. That's like, oh, well, actually, though, wait a minute. I just realized something. I'm making a mistake with the mercenary in particular. Like, all of this is meant to speed up the push. I was thinking of the actual killing of the Goblin Mercenary. This is once you've earned the Goblin Mercenary, because he's not called Goblin when you fight him. Yeah, he's not called Goblin Mercenary. Here, he's Goblin Mercenary. Yeah, actually, wait a minute. I don't care for these elements in particular, these two. However, the fact that this is the HP of their pushing power is, yeah, that's actually going to be, that is going to be better for Hidden Gorge, actually, as a whole. Actually, yeah, no. Thinking about it back, I was thinking about the way the rest of the map interacts with these things. But that's actually for the pushing power. That's going to help the speed of the matches a lot. Yeah, that's actually good. Never mind. That's good for Hidden Gorge, I think. New items have been added. The Archangel set. It's still funny to me how many people are like, oh, they shouldn't have given me an Archangel set. It's like, bro, literally Final Fantasy XI players begged for this set back in the day. And now that we're not back in the day, now they want the sets they actually had back in the day and not the sets they wanted back in the day. And I'm like, this is pretty on point for something that I would have expected them to add, especially given we already have some of the iconic pieces. We have Scorpion Harness, we have Vermilion Cloak, we have Kirin's Osode. Like, there's some other sets, like Treasures of Otter God has, like, the Homam set. I'm sorry, Homam set is not Treasures, that's Chains. That's from Omega. So, yeah. Like, they want, like, the Limbus sets. And, I mean, people do want the treasure sets as well. I've seen people wanting Haubergens and whatnot. It's like, yeah, I mean, that's fine. There's like the AF sets as well, which would also be fine. They're really, I personally don't think they're worth that much more over the generic AF sets, because they're just, again, they're not that drastically different than the AF1 sets. And our AF1 sets in our game are pretty close to the AF1 sets. And they're not exactly the same, but they're fairly close if you're just able to dye them, which I think you can dye the higher level versions of them. So I don't know. I don't think adding some of those sets would have been good. I think they still could have done another classic set instead of this, but this is a pretty big set. This is a pretty big thing back in the day. Let me put it this way. Final Fantasy XI is adding these now. Mithra is actually like the one that's I think up next is Archangel Mithra in 11 now. So I don't know. For me, it's just like that was always a highly desired set, so I'm not surprised to see it. Let's see. Grand prize winning entries from the contest. Yeah, we already saw all of these before as well. So you have like the bomb axe and you have this the sword and the plate and everything. Yeah, we saw all these during the live letter. So no surprises here. The shark fists and also the shark blade. Ooh ha ha. The gun, the rose gun is so funny. The blue mage on its own. Hey guys, I'm here. The casters are like, listen, we don't associate with the blue mage. There are two separate images right here. That's so funny that they did it this way. Right below the casters, right where it belongs, right below the casters. All right. New recipes have been added. Oh, it's a nice looking set. Nice looking winter set right there. Hey, listen, they figure if you're going to be doing chaotic on Christmas Day, you might as well be warm. All right. Recipes added will be listed at a later date. Yeah. Following items can now be equipped regardless of gender. They've been doing this consistently for several years now. So this is another bunch of sets that are now no longer gender locked. The icons for Wings of Ruin and Wings of Resolve items have been adjusted. The icons for the Faces We Wear item used to unlock face wear are now unified. Solid. The armor now divides items into subcategories within each tab. Oh, thank Christ. Oh, thank God. Oh my goodness. That's so good. Outfit glamour feature has been added to the glamour dresser. This is the thing that lets you condense sets of items. So like, for example, they have the varsity jacket here. If it's got a plus symbol in the top right, kind of hard. Yeah, there it is. It's right there, the little plus symbol. That means that it can be condensed. The one outfit glamour ready combination found the varsity attire, and then you put all of the items in, and they all get crammed together into just one slot. Creating outfit glamours, locate a compatible item in the equipment selection menu and press the outfit glamour item next to it. The specific equipment and number of glamour prisms required will be displayed, and select the store as glamour. Okay, that's good. Selected item will be condensed into a single slot and stored into the outfits category in the glamour dresser. Using outfit glamours will lose any dyes previously applied. You may re-dye the items after they have been used to glamour current equipment or added to a glamour plate. Little bit of a headache, but whatever. I expected it was something like that was going to happen. The entire set of the equipment must be stored at the same time in order to create the outfit, and all items in the set must be of the same quality. So if it can be placed in a set and it's a crafted set, it needs to be all NQ or all HQ. So not much of a surprise there either. You may not. This is just reminding you can't store the pieces separately. Certain items can now be sold. These synthesizers are submitted for expert delivery every patch. Sets of items may now be purchased from shops in Inc. Oh, thank God, dude. I hate when I go to buy new dark matter and it's like 99.99, 99.99, 99. Yeah, now you just do 9.99, just one purchase instead of buying it 10 times, which is so stupid. Not like it takes much longer, but it's just a minor grievance. Shop menu UI has been unified. Interesting. The crafting actions can now be executed directly from the calculations window. I like that. Following changes have been made to the crafting log. Filter settings have been added to the gathering log, enabling the option of hiding previously gathered items. Oh, so that means that if you're just trying to complete everything in the filter settings have been added. Wait. Following changes have been made to the crafting log. Filter settings have been added to the gathering log. That was I get it. It was just weird. Like my brain didn't compute for a brief second when it said crafting log into gathering log. Like it broke my brain. Just like, yeah. I'm assuming it's not supposed to say that, but it, like, my brain just hurt. I had to read it twice. Effectively, all it's saying is if you've crafted something before, as you can see here, recorded recipes, then you can hide those. I guess that's just in case you want to actually complete one of every recipe. Ixal Society Quest is now hidden by default and must be unlocked by progressing Ixal Society Quest. Probably a good idea. Order of ingredients for some recipes has been adjusted. Oh yeah, you can upgrade the 710 to 720 stuff by using tomestones. You get the Everkeep certificate of grade 1 import, and that's just going to cost some tomes. Just going to cost some exchange Allegan tomestones of aesthetics. That'll of course change in the future, but for now it's aesthetics. And then yeah, you should be good to go. After acquiring a requisite number of the tokens, you go and trade the equipment. And well, you trade the equipment. The equipment gives you the grade 1 import, and then the rain is what you purchase. It's a very complicated system. I don't understand. I understand that the reason they don't just make it be a direct upgrade is so you can technically get whatever set. Like, let's say you didn't need your crafted set anymore for your healer because you bought a bunch of gear, and so you wanted to get a 720 set for tank. You could exchange the healer stuff and buy tank stuff. It's still weird to me, though. Still a very convoluted system. All the same. New items have been added to gathering points. I'm getting congested from all this talking. Filter settings have been added to the gathering log, enabling the option of hiding previously gathered. All right, so this is what the part up here, but that's what it meant to say. So now here's the same thing down here. Again, this is for log completion's sake. So, good. New fishing holes have been added. Exclamation mark will still be displayed overhead when a fish bites, regardless of whether the battle effects have been limited or disabled. That's a good idea. Level cap for desynthesis has been raised to 720. New mounts have been added. We saw this mount during the live letter. It's good to see it again. Listing order has been adjusted. Hate that. I'm used to the listing order. Don't change it. New chocobo barding has been added. The Sphene barding is that's wild. that is a wild barding from Sphene. There we go. New minions have been. I love it. I love it and I want it. Give it to me right now. The toucan. Hey, look, it's Sam. I love this toucan. I like both of these animals. I like both of these animals a lot. Very excited. New fashion accessories. Backpack accessory. Looks good. New face wear has been added. There we go. System. Graphical adjustments have been made to character models based on feedback. They told us they were going to do this, and here's a link to the feedback bit. They get a free file of Fantasia. Don't forget, you can get it from the Wandering Moogle in Old Gridania before patch 7.2. So you have about 19 weeks to get that free Fantasia, so make sure you go and get it. Following adjustments have been made to certain NPCs. They've improved the texture resolution and model quality of a lot of stuff. They did say that they would gradually do this to less important NPCs as time went on. So yeah, they've just appearance of eyes is now optimized for character models environment. Texture resolution and material qualities of gear have been improved, and model texture resolution and material qualities of faces have been improved. Graphical details of the following gear has been improved. All the Scion, Crystarium gear, Orthodox trap. I like very specifically. Most of this stuff is like in a set like Scion's pieces, Charlene's pieces, and then you just have Orthodox trousers of striking. Just chilling there. But yeah, Crystal Prodigy, Scion, yeah, just a bunch of different sets that were in the game that just didn't look as good before. Lens transparency has been increased for certain eyewear. Oh yeah, because you can't see your eyes as well. You can see your eyes better now. Okay. Transparency. Someone's gonna ask for a slider for the glasses transparency. I guarantee it. Transparency effects has been added to the following gear: Koga and Ninja Hakama, Bunny Chief pumps, as well as the augmented Ninja Hakama. Yeah. So. Just a good. Yeah, I can guarantee you that. Oh, no. You know what? That actually is good. For a second, I wasn't looking at their top halves. It better reflects the actual skin tone of the character, basically, is what's happening here. So, like, instead of it just changing what their legs look like, it actually has transparency so that their actual, like, body settings are apparent. You can see it on the side here with the Aura. You can see it on the side here with the female Hrothgar. God, I'm so congested all of a sudden. I gotta finish this up and blow my nose. Gonna blow my... It's just... I don't know where it's coming from. But it's bugging the hell out of me. Transparency effects have been increased for some existing gear. Some of the Yorha pieces. Gaia's attire. Number 2 Type B leggings. Transparency, huh? Alright. Anyway, moving on. No. No, 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 no. No, this didn't need a section in the patch notes. You didn't need this. Character toe detail while wearing certain foot gear has been improved. Oh, God. And it's such a long list. And it's such a long list. No. No. Man, these old feet look, oh my God, never mind. What the hell? Bro, what are these PlayStation 1 ass toes? What the hell? I never, to be fair, I've never looked at my character's feet. Look at these, look, this looks like Spider-Man on the PlayStation 1's type graphics right here. It's this, yeah, it's a square grape situation. Still, would have loved to have this to never have been in my video, but still. Here it is, and moving on. Following additions and adjustments have been made to the tilt effect. I'm tilted after that last bit. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about your character tilting when they turn, when they run. I mean, it makes sense. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's a logical thing, but I guess I've got to see how it's weird. Character tilt when turning while riding a mount has been added. Speed at which certain mounts tilt has been, when turning has been decreased, and it can be toggled on or off. Yeah, so if you don't like it, you can just turn it off now anyway. Vegetation in the following areas will now be rendered in high resolution. Oh, look at that. Before, not too bad. Oh, high res vegetation. Yeah, 2.x public areas, duties, and 6.x in Island Sanctuary. Oh, good. Island Sanctuary got it somewhere. Look, people were like, oh, are there going to be any Island Sanctuary in the patch notes? Look, I found it. Yeah. Look, Island Sanctuary updates. Great. Woohoo! Following adjustments have been made to certain objects found in areas. Number of objects increase, polygon count increase, and texture resolution increase in 2.x public areas. Oh, wow, yeah. Look at this. This is before. This is even in the current patch now. Whoa, it's a whole new game. It's very different. It's very nice. And then also we have out here, this is out in On Your Way. Pray return to the Waking Sands. This is as you pray return. It now looks very much more alive. Goodness gracious. Yeah, they went ham with some of this stuff. So now, if you're not using the tickets to teleport back, it's going to look a lot nicer, as will your first trip. Number of shadows cast in some rooms has been adjusted. Yeah, I can see. Oh, yeah, this is a little brighter in the way the shadows are cast. Makes more sense. Okay. In 2.x areas, public field areas, and then a bunch of duties, raids, and PvP throughout all of the pre-Dawn Trail stuff. More system stuff. In order to reduce server congestion, they'll be implementing multiple instances in Tuliol Solution 9 and the area newly added in 7.1. What? I'm guessing that's Juno. They said Juno would be an event area, didn't they? I have to assume it's Juno. Yeah, it's got to be. It can't be anything else. That's got to be just like instances for Juno. Which, by the way, going to make people very happy. But I'm happy, so stop it. Number of multiple field instances has been changed from... so they're still keeping Shalonian Heritage. Well, I mean, I expect there's going to be story-related stuff there, so that makes sense. But we still have a few extra instances for S ranks. Solid. Urko Pacha, Kozama Uka, Yaktel, and Living Memory, however, will no longer have multiple instances. While using the esthetician, earring and necklaces currently being worn are now displayed when equipped is selected. Nice. Following additions and adjustments have been made to retainers. New items can be exchanged for quick ventures. When summoning your retainer, the number of items and amount of gil entrusted are now displayed in the retainer menu. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, so you can see these things in the previous menu when you're selecting the retainer. But as soon as you're in the retainer, that information goes away until you click into those specific things. So, yeah, just a little bit more information on screen. Character combat voice samples have been removed from the character creation interface. I'd assume for, they mean for the retainers, of course, because what do they do? Combat, of course. Following additions and adjustments have been made to achievements. Jade Stoa and Sphinx Burden will be added to some of the tankless achievements. And then Yuya Wada, Jade Stoa, and Sphinx Burden will be added to some other ones as well. So just add this. They do this every patch. They just add stuff to the tank achievements pretty much. Icon will now be displayed next to the recently used Ethernet shards. Oh, recently used Ethernet shards. I like that. Yeah, so if you're going back and forth and you just have bad memory, it just lets you know. Oh, I like that. That's nice. Recently used Ethernet shards can now be selected with the triangle button on gamepad as well, even as a hotkey. That's solid. Solid little quality of life. Big surprise on that one. But I like that. Number of kills required for specific hunt marks is now displayed. Oh, thank God. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but man, is that good. I like it. Boy, my congestion is really taken over, huh? Following conditions and adjustments have been made to the party list. Players can now adjust the position of their character within the list. We have the technology. We have the technology. The appearance of the players' numbered icons in the party list has been changed. We have the technology. We have it. Okay. It's there. It's good. Good. Still want to be able to change the way the party frames look, but still. Players can now use mouse drag and drop functionality. Oh my God, we have the technology. It's real. No more clicking the stupid fucking arrow at the bottom. Oh my God. Yeah, who got banned for this one? Come on, step forward. Who was it? Who got banned for this one? Go ahead. Let us know. Was it you? Was it you? Who did it? Who got banned? We're good. Cross-world parties. Oh my God. This, okay, so here's the thing. Good, but nobody's going to have read this in the patch notes. So you ever been in a hunt party, right? And somebody leaves and somebody else goes to put it on the party finder. Or it's a fate party even. Like, let's say you're doing a fate party and somebody goes to put it on the party finder and they accidentally make a cross-world party. They can now change it back. Nice. Now, the question is, will people have read this in the patch notes and know that and not just leave the party immediately? Probably not, but you know, we'll get there. Educational catch up. Following categories can now be selected when recruiting for a cross-world party: fates, treasure hunts, and hunts. Cool. Instant portraits can now be updated when updating or swapping gear sets. Instant portraits can now be updated when updating. Okay. The gear shown in a saved instant portrait differs from what you have equipped. After updating or swapping gear sets, you can update your instant portrait via the displayed window. Adjusting this setting by checking. Thank God. Thank God. Update instant portrait data with current equipped gear. My God. It's finally happened. I guess I got to start caring about my portrait now then. Because I said if they gave me a system that would make it easier to fix, it was less of a pain, I would finally make my portraits. I guess I have to make my portraits now. Yeah, they now function like adventure plates. Yep. New accents have been added as well. Looking good, looking good. New portrait accents for adventure plates have been added. Following additions and adjustments have been made to group pose, new stickers, the patch logo frame. When adjusting the roll angle, yeah, we already know about the roll angle thing, so that's not a surprise. They've talked about that all the time. Now reflected when applying certain effects. Certain motions can be recorded and repeated at set intervals while fishing. Yeah, we knew about that as well. Following additions and adjustments have been made to the currency window. Currency categories are now switched via icons, and the currency category name is displayed on each tab. Interesting. So there's regular currency. There's guild. Oh, so it's just way less. So there's more menus, but it's way less crowded because that looks a lot nicer. Even if it's less, it's more tabs overall. So yeah, it's fine. The societies Dawn Trail category has been added. Yeah, the societies at the end here. I'd assume this is all pre-expansion societies, and then this is current expansion societies. So that's gonna be nice and clean. Mentor renewal period has ended. How about we just renew? How about we just end the mentor system as a whole? Yeah, so if you haven't done it, you'll have to meet the conditions and apply again. Just get rid of it. Never mind. Chat can now be repositioned by dragging and dropping from either edge. This has bugged me forever. The fact that you need to use the left edge and not the right edge. It's a really minor thing, but this has bugged me for a very, very long time. So glad to see that that little thing finally has been adjusted after a very, very long time. Following feature has been applied to the Baldessian Arsenal. Interesting. Oh, it's just involving blacklisted stuff. If a blacklisted character is present, their name will be displayed as unknown. Communications from blacklisted characters using say, yell, and shout will display as default message instead. Following text commands have been added. Dude, I gotta blow my nose or something. I'm just trying to clear enough space to get through this video at this point. Following text commands have been added. /attend. One of the new motions. /water. Sprinkle water on the ground. /shake drink. That's for Sly. Hey, there it is. Oho Kali. Oho Kali. Boom. Boom. Yeah, that'll be from the Pelu Pelu, though. So it'll be a while before we have that one. Following options have been added to the character configuration menu. Enable tell. Yeah, this is all that. The rest of this is going to be all the settings they told us about, and this is going to be reminding us where they are in all of the tabs. Character tab has the tilt. This has the nearby party members and friends option for the quest progression settings. HUD tab of UI settings and character configuration. Up to 10 duties can now be displayed via the number of duties displayed option. System configuration, resolution preset windowed, 1440 and 4K. So yeah, you have 2K, 4K settings. Notify after a set time has elapsed after the last backup. That's just as a little reminder. Title screen settings. Title screen displayed on launch. Wait, am I understanding that correctly? Is that finally like a setting to make it display the one and not have to change it every time? They have the technology, man. This patch is full of technology. I didn't even want to believe it when I read it. I read it and I was like, no, I'm wrong. I'm reading it incorrectly. Now I gotta figure out which one I want to use. Duty option under the HUD layout menu will be displayed as on by default. Following adjustments have been made to the data center travel system when selecting an unavailable destination. The reason the world cannot be visited will be displayed. Less than 2 minutes and less than 3 minutes have been added for prompt time. Probably a good idea. Additions have been made to the auto translation dictionary. Additions have been made to the auto completion dictionary for console. New trophies, new achievements, music, sound effects, voices. English voice dialogue in certain scenes has been adjusted. Interesting. Specifically in Dawn Trail. I'm sure someone will track that down. Following additions have been made to the character selection screen. Current data center name will now be displayed. Nice. Players can now change data center via the world selection window. Nice. Nice. A prompt reminding players to create a backup has been added. Okay. Yeah. Data center selection can be selected when reached by selecting the data center button added to the top of the world. So yeah, that's pretty sweet. I like that. That's way more convenient than the way we had to do it before. And given how often I change data centers to move around for stuff, that's definitely going to be a plus. Character settings can now be copied to a different character on the same Surface account and device. Yep. Feature can be accessed via the import character settings on the character selection screen. List of up to 8 recently logged in characters will be displayed. If the character you wish to import is not listed, you'll first need to log in with that character. Yeah, and then it'll copy everything. Perfect. Good. Makes it even easier than it was before. Physical data center containing the selected especially important for console users. Containing the selected logical data center is now displayed on the home world selection screen on the character creation interface. Good. Game logo and opening movie displayed when launching, and the game will now change according to the player's progression through the main scenario. Interesting. If both... Oh, so like, let's say you own Dawn Trail, but you aren't on Dawn Trail. Oh, that's really cool. So yeah, like if you were only on like Heavensward, for example, it would play the Heavensward stuff. Yeah, that's very good. It'll be determined by the character who has progressed the furthest. The setting will take effect after logging in or out subsequently. Yeah, that's really good. That's cool. I like that. Following additions and adjustments have been made to the launcher. New backgrounds have been... I like that. I like that. So A, they're using dark mode, so they already know what the superior choice is. B, although it says light, definitely they're about to swap to light mode. But yeah, you can actually change the character that's going to be displayed for this. Now select which backgrounds you wish to apply. Then the buy 14 coins tab will be added to the menu. Wait, the buy 14 coins? Wait a minute. Oh, it's Xbox currency. Right. Sorry, my brain immediately went to WoW token. That's Xbox. Right. Still a scam, the Xbox way of monetizing. Don't do that. If you're on Xbox, please just don't buy the coins. Find a way around it. There is a way around it. I remember when it first came out, people checked to see if they had to buy the coins. Oh, what was it? Oh, that's right. What you do is you buy the game when it's on sale for like $5 for PC, right? And then you get it on, so you have it on Xbox, you buy the game for like $5 on PC. And then that allows you to use the website and not use the coins. Now I remember. That's what it was. You have to own the game on something other than Xbox to avoid using the coins. Because the coins are a scam. All right. That's just all there is to it. We went through all of that. No, don't do the coins. Just spend $5 on the game when it's on sale, when the base game is on sale at some point. Anyway, that's going to be it for our preliminary notes. I can finally blow my nose and finally play some Brighter Shores for the next couple of hours after I get this posted on the YubTubs. And I can finally eat my bagel. I'm so excited. Yeah, pretty big patch notes in terms of quality of life stuff, in terms of long time awaited technological advancements within the game. Obviously, we still have the job changes, which we'll have to wait until Monday evening, most likely, before we'll get those. So I'll make that video probably Tuesday morning, like around the time the servers are coming up. I'll probably have something put out about that time. So please be on the lookout for that. We're also going to be discussing these patch notes on State of the Realm later, going over Sly's favorite things, my favorite things, our thoughts on any individual bit, maybe catch some things that we missed the first time through, discuss what could be good and or not good for some of these things. And yeah, so that's going to be a fun time as well. But with that, I'm going to wrap up the recording for the YouTube video. I'm going to keep my live stream going as I normally do for all of these patch note readings. But thanks for listening to me ramble on for the last hour or so. So thanks for watching, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Until then, take care. But live stream, I'm staying. But for the YouTube video people, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. But not the YouTube stream, which is still here because I've just got to get up. I'm going to end the YouTube recording now.